about that information or discuss it, I'll turn off the recordings. All right, today's date is July 14th, 2022. In Wilbarger County, Texas, I call cause number 24674 in the interest of Caitlin and John Costin. What says the state?
Your Honor.
Present by audio and video is Josie Cavillo. Are you ready to proceed, Ms. Cavillo?
Yes, ma'am.
And for the record, you were formerly known by the last name Hernandez. Present by telephone is John Costin. Are you ready to proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Kuntz, would you announce what is agreed?
Yes, Your Honor. As far as current support, we only looked at things for the child, John Thomas Costin Jr., because the child, Caitlin Costin, it's my understanding, has already emancipated. And it's my understanding the parties are in agreement that Ms. Cavillo will be responsible for health insurance and dental insurance for the child through her employer. We've done some calculations on the information she had on insurance costs and determined the child's share of the insurance is $60 per month for health insurance and $17 per month for dental insurance. And it's my understanding the parties are in agreement that Mr. Costin be ordered to pay monthly medical support of $60 per month, monthly dental support of $17 per month, and guideline child support of $446 per month. There were no other minor children to take into account with the calculations, and that's calculated based on Mr. Costin's current income of $15.50 per hour, 40 hours a week. It's my understanding the parties are also in agreement that a judgment be entered for the arrears as of the end of June 2022. The balance on that date was $56,104.32. The parties do not have an agreement as to the payment plan for that balance. So we're asking the court to set a payment plan on. It's also my understanding that there are no concerns with address and other identifying information being in the court order, and that the parties are not requesting any non-disclosure funding.
Okay. You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Josie Cavillo.
Ms. Cavillo, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Ms. Kuntz.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Cavillo, did you hear and understand the agreed terms I announced to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Does that in fact represent your agreement today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that that would be in your son's best interest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is it correct that there's not a concern of any risk of harm or harassment for your information to be in the court order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything that you believe the court needs to hear from you to help make a determination about what payment plan to set on the balance owed?
No, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
How old is your son, John, right now?
He's 17.
Okay. And when will he finish high school?
Well, he'll have 2 more years because he got held back 1 year, so he'll have 2 more years.
Okay, so we're looking at probably May or June of 24. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is it correct that your daughter has already emancipated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Mr. Costin, do you have any questions for Ms. Cavillo?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kuntz. You may call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls John Costin.
Mr. Costin, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. All right, Ms. Coons.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Costin, did you hear and understand the agreement I announced to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it in fact represent your agreement today?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe it's in your son's best interest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything you believe the court needs to hear from you to help make a determination about the payment plan that gets set on the balance owed on the case?
The only thing I could say is that I have other bills to pay too. That's why I didn't want to set it so high, the arrear payment. And since I've been home for 3 years, I've been paying $100 on my arrears every month. Every month it's been paid. That's all I could say.
And what's your current hourly rate?
$15.50,
And how many hours do you work per week?
40 hours a week.
Okay. Are there any anything else specific that you want the court to take into consideration in setting the payment plan?
No, ma'am.
I pass the witness.
Mr. Costin, what do you think you could afford?
The $100 that I have been paying, because I still have to pay my rent, my electricity, my water, all my other bills at my other house. And then when my son's emancipated, I could pay more. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Based on testimony and evidence before me, I'm approving what you all have agreed to. That is great. And I'm also going to waive court costs in this.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're not responsible
Yes,
for that. I'm
Yes,
granting
ma'am. Thank you.
judgment for the $56,104.32. And I'm ordering you that you pay that off at $150 per month. Now, let me tell you, Mr. Cost, starting August 1st. Now, Mr. Costin, that is not doing you any favors because you are actually going to owe more money when John emancipates.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not enough to even pay the interest. So you're going to
Yes,
owe
ma'am.
more. But
Yes, ma'am.
once John emancipates, then all of that amount will go toward your arrearage and you'll start making some headway on it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But $150 a month is the best I think I can do.
Yes, ma'am.
To give you something you can afford now, but understand that once John finishes school, it's going to be, you'll be paying that for a lot longer, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then Ms. Coons is going to prepare that order for my signature. Is there any other relief I need to address, Ms. Coons?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, and I'm going to sign it and you should get a copy within about 2 weeks. If you don't get one, call the Wichita Falls AG's office and just remind them to send you one. Have you got
Yes,
good
ma'am.
addresses for everybody, Ms. Coons?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, super. Thank you both so much. Congratulations on having an adult child. Isn't it kind of a funny feeling that we consider your daughter all grown up, and good luck to John Thomas on finishing his schooling. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Emancipated is when you
Pardon?